What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are back here on Madden 25 as we only have 4 rebuilds left to do, and we're on to the really good teams. Honestly, probably the 2 favorites in the AFC, debatable, and then of course the 2 favorites in the NFC, and I think that's probably set in stone, at least for now. But with that being said, today we're going to be doing the Baltimore Ravens here, so let's jump in Madden 25 and do a Baltimore Ravens rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. Also, I am recording this ahead of the Ravens and the Eagles game. I'm actually recording this on Saturday before any Sunday football. Just want to go ahead and get it out of the way. That way I don't have to worry about recording after all the games. So just kind of recording early here and being productive, I guess. So let's go take a look at this Ravens roster and, of course, see what we're working with. Because, like I said, the 4 teams we have left to do, Chiefs, Ravens. You could throw the Bills in there as far as, like, probably the 3 favorites in the AFC. And then the NFC, it's the Eagles and the Lions, at least for now. Things could change, but those are the 4 teams, in my opinion, that feel like could be in the Super Bowl. But Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, of course. Derrick Henry's been amazing since he signed here. Obviously, he was amazing in Tennessee. Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman. They did trade for Deontay Johnson. They have gotten little to no production from him thus far, but that could change. Mark Andrews, and then here's your offensive line. On the defense side of football, obviously a lot to like here. I will say, obviously, the Ravens defense has not been as sharp as it once was, but hopefully they're able to fix that as we continue on, although it is getting late in the season. Still a scary defense nonetheless. We're going to go ahead and, of course, as usual, simulate the rest of year 1 and let me know. Actually, I guess I shouldn't say that because you guys won't see this until Monday. So I was about to say, let me know who you guys think will win this game, but you guys won't see this until Monday after the game anyway. So I'll just see you guys at the end of the season. So, of course, no surprise here. We do end up making the playoffs. No bye for us. I'm assuming that probably went to the KC Chiefs with how good they were. We were tied with them, but they did beat us head-to-head, obviously, week 1. We got the Chargers, who the Ravens just played and beat. So hopefully we can do that again. The Chargers went 12-5. We went 13-4. Let's go take a look at the player stats to end the season. So offensively, we were first in the NFL, which is nice to see. And then defensively, we were 20th in the NFL. So Lamar Jackson, 34-5. Honestly, could be the MVP once again. Has had an incredible season. 18 touchdowns, 1,500 yards from Derrick Henry. Zay Flowers with 1,000, 800 from Bateman, and 600 from Mark Andrews. Defensively, we had 11 sacks from Odafe, 9 from Kyle Van Noy, 7 from Matabuke, and then we have 9 interceptions from Marlon Humphrey, 2 from Kyle Hamilton, and 2 from Roquan, and 2 from Brandon Stevens. Not too shabby, but let's go ahead and jump in. And I just remembered we get the Battle of the Harbaghs once again, because obviously they faced off on Monday Night Football. I believe it was Monday night anyway. And now we get a rematch here in the playoffs. So Harbaugh versus Harbaugh. Should be fun to see how this turns out. So obviously, if you're the Baltimore Ravens, you have a lot more to lose here than the Chargers, because the Ravens have been at this point. Lamar Jackson has won MVPs. But the one thing he doesn't have, obviously, is a Super Bowl appearance. And we need to get this guy a ring today if possible. But we're down 7-0 to start this game. And we'll respond with a field goal. So early on, the jitters in the playoffs, the Ravens are showing. But it's now a tied game. And now it's 17-10. But we will tie it up 17-17. It's 20-17. Can we respond? We have 1:47 left. I'm actually not going to jump in. I'm going to let Madden determine, are we going to come back here? 1:47. It looked like we have decent field position. I could jump in and go win this game, but since it's early on, I won't. Let's see what happens. Skip moment. And we do not take the lead here. So Madden has the Ravens losing in round 1 of the playoffs to the Chargers, which is obviously not what you want to see if you're the Ravens. Lamar Jackson has had the narrative in the playoffs to obviously not be as good as he is in regular season. We need to change that narrative today. Like I said, my goal, as usual, per all videos, but it feels extra needed today, is to get the Ravens a Super Bowl, especially Lamar Jackson. Get that man a ring. So we're heading into this offseason with about $43 million in cap space, and I obviously want to take a look and kind of how the roster is looking. Actually, let's first and foremost see who our free agents are and obviously determine if we need to resign them. So Kyle Hamilton, I mean, this is a no-brainer. You're obviously going to accept that 5th-year option. Tyler Linderbaum, same thing. We could accept the 5th-year option on him. Ronnie Stanley is interesting. Deontay Johnson, I don't think you bring him back based off the production he gave you. Brandon Stevens, Tre'Davious White, Eddie Jackson. They already cut Eddie Jackson, so I'm not even going to bother bringing him back. Blake Harrison. So not a ton of important free agents, which is good because obviously, like I said, we don't have a ton of cap space to work with. So I do think it makes sense to bring back Ronnie Stanley and obviously keep the left side of the offensive line as good as possible. So we'll start there. Deontay we're not bringing back, although we maybe should consider it. I kind of like the idea of Brandon Stevens. I don't know. I still think there's a chance that Deontay obviously comes on strong as the season goes along, but just so far, there's been pretty much no production from him in Baltimore. We can go ahead and resign him if we're able to. Yeah, so you know what? He's a good wide receiver too. Him and Zay Flowers I do like. So if we're going to need another wide receiver. So it might as well. Oh, just kidding. He says not interested. So I didn't even really offer him more money than he was asking for. So unfortunately, maybe we just throw this money at Patrick McCarry then to keep the left guard situation good. So, all right. And now I want to take a look and see who obviously is making money on this team. But you can't franchise tag Deontay Johnson. So let's go see if there's any obvious cuts on this roster. So we have Mark Andrews, which we're not. Harlan Humphrey, Marcus Williams, Derrick Henry, Rashad Bateman. I know some Ravens fans have been disappointed about Marcus Williams' production this year. I think he was benched 1 week. But there's pretty much no one to cut other than Marcus Williams, and that barely saves us any money. So probably won't go that direction. So we're going to have to go into free agency with no money at all, unless we restructure contracts, obviously. But $7 million in cap space is not a ton to work with. So it'll be interesting to kind of see what we can do here. So let's take a look at the lineup. And obviously, a wide receiver 2, to me, isn't as paramount in this Ravens offense. I mean, they run the ball a ton. They have Mark Andrews and Zay Flowers is kind of the guy they feed anyway. So obviously, the right side of the offensive line, a right tackle, to me, looks like the most important thing for this roster. So that is definitely what we'll focus on. Probably have to accomplish that in the draft, though. Derrick Henry and Lamar will obviously stay the same right now. Justice Hill is fine. Defensively, we kept Brandon Stevens around. Nate Wiggins is still here as well. Hamilton. I mean, there's probably not much we're going to be able to do as far as free agency is concerned. A lot of this is going to stay the same. I think we're basically going to have to take this into the draft and hit on every single pick possible. And I do think that starts with maybe another corner and a tackle. So now we might be able to sign someone for very cheap here. So we'll go take a look at that first. So Tyron Smith, I don't think is going to be gettable. Yeah, that's just too much money, obviously. So we're going to have to really go bargain shopping. Gilmore would be crazy, but still quite not there. That'd be pretty solid corner to bring in, but not going to be able to pull that off. So we kept Ronnie Stanley, Garrett Bowles, Bakhtiari, Cam Robinson, or Jedrick Willis. I mean, would Jedrick Willis sign for cheap? Nope, just quite not there either. So Jedrick Willis can't accomplish. Cornelius Lucas, who's a little too old for my liking. Right tackle Rob Havenstein. What about him? Can he sign? No, not at all. All right, so that's gonna not work out. And then so yeah, we're absolutely gonna have to draft our tackle. Mike Hilton as another corner from the Bengals. Don't quite have the money for him. So yeah, I honestly think we're going to take this to the draft. There's going to be nothing we can do in free agency. We're just going to have to go into this draft and make sure we hit on every single pick as much as possible, because that's really where we're going to get better. This team's already set up, obviously, really nicely, but if we can supplement with maybe getting a right tackle, a corner, wide receiver in the draft, that would be very beneficial for this team. So we'll be picking number 24 in this draft. So I guess that's the good part about getting eliminated a little bit early, is we don't have like a late pick. So I noticed that I think Benjamin Morrison is still available, and that's probably going to be the corner we take to start this off. There will be some tackles, I think, no, he went to the Jets. I just noticed his name's off the board. We do have Kelvin Banks, and then we do have Siobhan Revel, but I do think Kelvin Banks here makes a ton of sense for our right side of the offensive line. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this in as quick as possible, and he will be our brand new tackle. I think that was a no-brainer pick. Gives Derrick Henry even more, and then obviously Lamar as well. So that was a fantastic pick. Really can't be too mad at that one. So I'm very happy with that selection. That's a great start to this offseason. I was definitely going to turn the card in for Benjamin Morrison, but I didn't notice the Jets took him at the 10th overall pick. I thought he was still available. I didn't see his name. All right, so we have Siobhan Revel, we have Nick, we have Jalen Walker, we have Mansour Delane, and we have Jay Barron. Okay, so we have a couple corners on the board, but I don't know if they're going to be any. Yeah, so C, catching D, man, F press. I mean, yeah, I can't really go for that. Siobhan Revel out of East Carolina, same thing. His grades look absolutely terrible. What about Barron out of Texas? So this is another. Ooh, he actually looks pretty solid. This might be the pick here. I'm going to take Jahdae Barron out of Texas to be our cornerback to give us another corner. And, ooh, not great. He is hidden dev, though. Not really sure that will change too much. But, I mean, I feel like we needed another corner, so I'm still not mad about the selection. So let's go to the very next round, and we'll see if we can. I'm not really sure. I'll probably just take best player available with this selection. There's a wide receiver. Might look into that, obviously, after losing Deontay Johnson. So Jalen Walker, K. Parr, Jackson Dart, Deion Burks, Jalen Royals, Kyron Lacey. We could take LSU's wide receiver, or even Maryland, Caden Prather, or you got Felton as well out of Maryland. Torrey Horton out of Colorado State. So a lot of different options here. I guess I'll go ahead and take Kyron Lacy here with this pick, and that will be our 3rd round pick. Not really sure he'll ever make the lineup ever here, but hopefully he maybe develops in the long run. We'll see. But that will be our offseason. Nothing too crazy or significant. Clearly, there's a lot more work to be done here. Oh, actually, I guess I can't really say that. I feel like we addressed things as much as we could. We didn't have a ton of cap space, but obviously this team is built to go win a championship already. We just need to make sure that eventually happens. So hopefully with the draft picks we have added, that's going to help us accomplish that goal. So here's the lineup for year number 2. Obviously our 1st round pick. I feel like we absolutely nailed that. That is awesome to see him as good as he is. We have Andrews likely. Kyron Lacy won't quite. Actually, he could honestly play right away potentially. So journey of best lineup, he will be our wide receiver 3. So that's actually cool to see that he's going to play right away, which is awesome. But Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman. So love to see that. Defensively, we did take a corner and he's not quite that great, but they also took a free safety and he's decent. So that's good for the long run of, replace Marcus Williams, obviously. And then Nate Wiggins is still really good too, or was a rookie last year, so he could continue to turn into something for us. So yeah, a lot to like here still. Nothing to be too discouraged about. So offensively, the spread looks good. I do want to see if we can change this to something else though. So base 3-4 goes up to an 87% scheme fit. So we'll go ahead and change that. We'll simulate year 2 with obviously the expectation of, in fact, making the playoffs, but hopefully we can go farther than we did, obviously, because we lost the Chargers in round 1, which doesn't feel good, but hopefully this year we can change that and go on a Super Bowl type run. So at the end of year 2, honestly, I thought we missed the playoffs just like we did in the Packers video, but no, we went 13-4 and actually secured the bye here. So that's exactly what you want to see, obviously. Securing the bye feels great. I think the last time the Ravens secured the bye, they lost to the Titans in the divisional weekend. So maybe Ravens fans don't really want to see that. But looking to change that narrative, at least in the Madden world. So let's go take a look at the player stats. So offensively, 15 NFL. Obviously want to see that. Lamar Jackson's touchdowns came down. Defensively, we're 27th, though. Wow, that sucks. So clearly our offense is going to have to carry us because our defense was pretty lackluster, which I'm a little surprised by. Likely was our 2nd leading receiver, which is kind of interesting. Bateman 800 yards, and then it looks like we did we use Kyron Lacy only 1 reception? Either we didn't throw to our slot wide receiver at all, or we used Likely in the slot, which is possible that we did do that. Sacks wise, you had 9 from Matabuke, 7 from Kyle Van Noy. So Kyle Van Noy continues to give production. 3 sacks from Roquan Smith. You had 3 interceptions from Marcus Williams, 2 from Roquan, and 2 from Marlon Humphrey. So feels good to have the bye, get some early rest, but let's go see we draw in the divisional round. I mean, inevitably, we'll probably run into the Kansas City Chiefs here sooner or later, and obviously that'll be the ultimate test, and it will be the Steelers. So our fellow division rival in the first playoff, well, I guess we, in our first playoff game this year. So let's jump in and see if we can take care of some business against Mike Tomlin and the Steelers. So I wonder who the Steelers are starting Carson Beck as their quarterback. I refuse to lose to Carson Beck, man. Let's come out here and just absolutely bust the Steelers, and they're going to be up 7-0 to start things off. And our defense is not good. And if our offense isn't going to score, we're going to be screwed. And we get a missed field goal here. So we're going to need to jump in and make sure we score a touchdown here. Because if we don't score here, I don't see how we're going to win this game. Because our defense clearly isn't very good this year. So let me hope that we can hit Andrews here. I like this route for Andrews. 24 is going to move up. So maybe that won't be there anymore. We'll see. We do have Likely, though. Isaiah Likely, dot. He's hanging on. He does. So, yeah. Love that. Great first play on this drive. And now let's go see if we can punch this in the end zone. So we might just hit Andrews over the middle. We'll see. We can also always scramble with Lamar as usual. I'm going to throw this away. I don't like it. I didn't see anything. I could have maybe thrown it up to Derrick Henry. He kind of had a step, but I saw that pretty late. All right. So let's continue to move the ball downfield. Again, I could always buy some time with Lamar if I'm able to get out of the pocket. But, the Steelers defense going to probably try to contain me. And I was going to throw it to B, but I didn't have enough time. I tried to scramble outside. They played nice contain there. Did not have any room. So, worst case scenario, we do have a field goal here. But obviously, I'm not looking to settle for a field goal if we can avoid that. So, let's see if we can get a first down here. We got, I think, you know what? Running for the first down. I'm taking a huge risk by taking contact, but I was like feeling frisky there, and I thought I can maybe get this in the end zone. So I'm glad we did not fumble there, which feels good. Although I'm assuming Lamar probably doesn't fumble too much. I, don't play with Lamar all the time in Madden, so I don't really know. But all right, let's see if we can get this. I think we have Likely. That's going to get us a little bit closer, so we'll call our second timeout. And now we need to really punch this in the end zone here. So 2nd and 4. It would almost be interesting to run this with Derrick Henry, but we just really can't take that chance right now. Let's see if we can get this in. There's Andrews. W. Touchdown. Okay, we needed that. So now we're back in the game. And now we have the ball. I'm not going to play this drive. And we're going to go up 21-14. That's massive. The Steelers will tie it. We need to go score here. We don't. And the Steelers will take a 24-21 lead. So your boy's going to have to come out here and save the day once again. Hopefully I can do so. All right. Zay Flowers, Andrews likely. We need a big play here in the worst way possible. I actually think we have Bateman here. Bateman was wide open, bro. Why did that sail over his head? Lamar, what the hell was that, dude? Was that my fault? I don't think it was. I felt like that could have been a dot, and Bateman would have had a really nice chunk there. Unfortunately, not the case, and trying to hit likely up the seam. That was a dangerous throw, honestly, but this is 4-down territory. Might have to use Lamar's legs here if I don't see anything. Do I want to do something else? I mean, let's see if we can get Zay over the middle, maybe. Actually, they're going to leave me a ton of room on this left side. I'm going to take this and run with it. I'm going to go out of bounds. I'm not going to try to take the contact here. Let's save the time. That way we're obviously making sure we have as much time as possible, because honestly, I'd rather just end this game right here. I don't even want to go in overtime. I'm not kicking the field goal. I want to win this right here. So let's see if we can get something downfield again. So Zay Flower. Ooh, I think we're going to have Andrews over the top. Andrews, please. Nice catch. Holy moly, Andrews, you're a freaking stud for that. That was a really nice catch by Mark Andrews. I honestly thought he was going to drop that because how much contact was coming, but he hung on. Now we just got to get in the end zone here. So let's see if we can do just that. I think we're going to have Bateman for a touchdown, and we do. It's 24. Now the problem is we may have left the Steelers with too much time. Let's see if we can... I don't know if I want to... Yeah, we're going to play defense. Screw it. Let's play defense. 36 seconds left. Let's make sure the Steelers... I mean, they need a touchdown, so it's not like we're defending a field goal, so that's a good thing. I'm going to use a Roquan Smith. Carson Beck, like I said, man, I refuse to lose to him, which is why I jumped in and played so much in this one. But as long as... Oh, I'm there. Just... Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, they have 3 timeouts, so we got to definitely watch out for that. That's my fault. I got to get the tackle earlier, man. I got to get the tackle. I was trying to pick him off. But all right. See if we can get a stop here. A sack, a TFL would be great. And that's an interception. What are we doing, bro? That's game. We're moving on. I can even take... No, just kidding. I can't. But all right. That's game. We're moving on to the AFC Championship. Massive interception by Brandon Stevens there. You knew it inevitably happened. It is the Kansas City Chiefs. So rematch here of the Ravens versus Chiefs in the playoffs last year. For whatever reason, I can't remember if that was the AFC Championship or divisional round. But whatever. It's a rematch nonetheless. I'm pretty sure it was the AFC Championship, if I remember correctly. So let's see if we can come out here. It absolutely was the AFC Championship because the Ravens beat the Texans in the divisional round. So this is a rematch of the AFC Championship against the Kansas City Chiefs. This time to get... Well, it was to get in the Super Bowl last time, but it's the same thing here. So let's see if we can go score on our first drive. We get an interception after, I don't know what happened to our first drive, and we missed the extra point. Justin Tucker, what are we doing? Unless we went for 2, which I don't know why we would have. But we'll recover 13. Okay, defense is playing good so far. 7-20. And another interception from Kyle Van Noy. Out of all people who could get interceptions, Kyle Van Noy. Now the Chiefs will... I'm not even going to play around with this, man. There's too much time on the clock. We punt this back to the Chiefs. They're going to take the lead with no time left, and I'm going to lose the game. So I'm not even going to play around here. I haven't been able to use Derrick Henry in this video just yet. Let's hand the ball off to Derrick Henry 3 freaking times and go win this game. So actually, it'll be more than that because you still have the 2-minute warning. They have all 3 timeouts. But we're going to feed Derrick Henry and not even think twice about it. So whatever it takes, we're going to get Derrick Henry. And they haven't used the timeout. So we're going to take this to the 2-minute warning. And again, after we get the other first down, which it might be in our best interest to get to like 2nd and 1. And once we get that, then we can make sure they waste all their timeouts. So again, I'm going to Derrick Henry no matter what. I don't care. I don't even care if it's 3rd and long. I'm running it to Derrick Henry, and I'm going to trust that Derrick Henry is going to get us first down every single time behind this offensive line. Look at that, bro. Just absolutely trucked over. So we did get the first down. We need 1 more, and this game is over. They're obviously going to have to use a couple other timeouts here. But I have no interest in giving the Chiefs the ball back. We got to take advantage of having the ball right now, and that's just going to be another... Well, actually, 2nd and 4. So 1 more first down. Only 4 more yards to get to the Super Bowl. We're not going to do any read options. Like I said, I'm handing it to 22 and not thinking twice. Let's just keep doing it. Pound the rock with Derrick Henry. Again, I don't even care if there's a TFL, and that's going to be almost a first down. It is a first down. That's your ball game. So first down, and now we can take this down. Let's go chew clock and obviously kneel this out. And we're headed to the Super Bowl with the Baltimore Ravens. So we're finally killing the narrative in the Madden world, I guess, that the Ravens can't get the Super Bowl. And let's go see if we can win it while we're there. And the irony of the Super Bowl we just got here, it's going to be the Battle of the Birds, the same game we're obviously going to see tomorrow as I'm recording this. But, you know, yesterday, as you guys are seeing this, the Ravens versus Eagles will match up here in the Super Bowl. So let's go see if we can take down some fellow birds to get Lamar Jackson a Super Bowl ring. Now, the Eagles will draw first blood and go up 7-0, and now they're up 14-0. We got to score here. We do 7-14. Does defense get a stop? It does not. We need to score before half. We don't. And now we have the ball after half. And we do get a field goal, but I don't know, man. We're here. It's 24-10. We're going to need a quick touchdown, but it looks like we may not come up with our ring here with Lamar. Looks like the Eagles might take it from us, which is really unfortunate because this could have been the chance, man. We took down the Chiefs. What more could you want? And that's slightly underthrown. All right, well, get to the Super Bowl, and losing to the Eagles never feels good. Or just losing in general when you're obviously making it all the way to the Super Bowl. But this game is not over yet. Let's not give up just yet. We're going to need to score quickly, and then we're going to need our defense to get a stop. For whatever reason, like I said, our defense has been bad. And I just was waiting for Bateman to get out of his break. It just never happened, but at least I was able to get rid of the ball. Now, it is going to be 3rd and 10, but to me, this is clearly 4-down territory. We cannot afford to punt the Eagles down 2 possessions. You got to go quickly here and try to score as fast as possible. So let's see if we can get a first down here on this play. All right. Gonna scramble for this first down. We got to get a first down, so we do. Get to reset the chains, which is what we needed, and now we'll go right back to the same play, and let's see if we can get anything in the air. All right. I'm going Bateman. Screw it. I'm going to try it. This is going to be on Quinyon Mitchell, and that's not going to work out. So Mitchell's there, and then Slay is on the other side, it looks like. So we're going to get something on the Eagles here, man. I believe in it. As long as we don't throw. And then Derrick Henry's going to be running the wheel route. I don't know how much I love that, but whatever. So, all right. I'm going to scramble for this, and Derrick Henry actually is there. Please be a good ball. It is. Derrick Henry, W, first down, but it would have been great if that was all the way to the end zone, but there was a defender there. So, all right, 4 verticals. We're going to try to hit. I'm hitting Likely in the end zone. Screw it. Likely catch this. And he's going to. Nope, not going to get in. 1st and goal on the 2. All right, so we got to, like I said, score. I'm just going to hand this off to Derrick Henry. Just score before the 2-minute warning. We'll have 4 stoppages on the clock. And are we going to get in? Yes, we do. All right. Going to trust our defense to hopefully get us a stop. And they don't. They score really quickly. Damn. So now we do have all 3 timeouts, so still the game is not over. But it's looking bleak right now. It definitely is looking bleak. The Eagles scored insanely quickly. I do have Andrews though. No, I don't. Nice play by I don't even know who 24 is, honestly, but nice play. Unfortunately could not get it over him. I thought Andrews was going to be running wild, but not the case at all. All right. Well, let's see if we can get something here. I'm going to go Andrews, and that's a nice catch and out of bounds. So that's going to be a reset of the chains. All right. So a lot of playing in this one, but like I said, I'm trying to see if we can get back in this game because we're in the Super Bowl, so I want to take advantage of being here. Man, they're double teaming my wide receivers on the outside. I'm going to just slide with Lamar. All right, 2nd and 2. We're going to go back to... They're not allowing Zay Flowers to beat us at all, to be honest. Actually, I'm going Bateman here. Bateman. He doesn't hang on. 3rd and 2. All right. Had to take the shot. Did not work out, but all right. Well, 3rd and 2. 1:15 left in the clock. We still have time to score and then, you know, have 3 timeouts on the clock. So I'm going to go. I got lucky that wasn't intercepted. I did not even see the underneath safety. I'm insanely lucky. It's 4th and 2. They want me to run the ball, but at this point, we don't really have time to run the ball. We're going to need a first down and then some. So let's see if we can. I can scramble this with Lamar potentially if I can get on the outside. If not, this is probably going to be... Actually, I might be able to get on the outside. I am going to be on the outside, and 90 is pretty quick here, and I did not get out of bounds. That's an L. I can't use the timeout either. We're going back to the same play. I can't use the timeout. I'm going B. B for the touchdown, Kyron Lacy. At least it's a completion stopping the clock. All right, let's get our wide receivers back on the play, or back on the field. Post shot to Zay. I'm going Zay Flowers here. I don't even care. We got to take a shot at the end zone. Is this play action? It's not. I'm going Zay Flowers, and that's going to be interception. I mean, this game was all but over anyway, so it's back to the drawing board. We got to get in the offseason. I mean, it was looking very bleak. The Eagles just simply outscored us. Our defense was not good enough, so something needs to change on the defense. We'll get into the offseason and attempt to fix whatever we can to make sure we're back in the Super Bowl and hopefully this time around win it. Now, the tragic part about this coming off season is we have negative $15 million in cap space. So it looks like a good chance for us to win the Super Bowl may have been last year. I know Mark Andrews is always a free agent here, which makes sense why he's always in free agency in the second offseason. Let's see who else is a free agent. So Zay Flowers is just a fifth-year option, thankfully. Hopefully there's no one else too important. So Doffaway, yeah, that makes sense. Derrick Henry's, I mean, he regressed like crazy anyway, so probably that's fine. Likely is going to be here. Keaton Mitchell, Travis Jones are right in. So David Ojabu, Michael Pierce, Fedarian Mathis. Yeah, a lot of important guys here, unfortunately. So we are going to lose out on a couple of pieces, but that's just kind of what happens, obviously, when your quarterback's paid and you're paying a bunch of other guys. So let's go take a look to see if there's like any obvious cuts or if there's any obvious restructures we can do. Because no matter what, we're going all in on this, coming season, obviously. So Marlon Humphrey, not going to cut him. We can cut Marcus Williams for $14 million and save that. So I do think we start there. So we're going to release Marcus Williams. I do believe our AI GM obviously drafted us a free safety as well, so he might be able to step up this year. Ronnie Stanley won't cut. Rashad Bateman. So to me, the next thing we can look at is obviously restructuring contracts. So currently, see, we won't go there, obviously. Marlon Humphrey. I guess let's look at the best players and see. So we restructured Lamar's contract. It'd save us $8 million in cap space, which wouldn't give us a ton, but it's something, I guess. What about Roquan Smith? $5 million. I mean, we're going all in at this point, like I said. Kyle Hamilton can't be restructured, obviously. Matabuke can't be restructured. Linderbaum can't be restructured. Marlon Humphrey. Zay Flowers can be, but it wouldn't save us much money. So we truly aren't going to have a ton of money to work with at all. Like, literally none. So Andrews won't be re-signed. So now we have, guess we have $11 million in cap space now. So we might be able to re-sign someone. And to me, Andrews obviously becomes the most important piece to re-sign, I think. Likely is going to suck losing him too. But I will try to bring back Andrews, and we don't even have enough money for him. So maybe we franchise tag him. I think losing him would be pretty tragic. Or maybe we have to keep Likely around. I don't know. Can we offer this to Andrews? Whoops, I didn't mean to make that $60 million. Let's offer this. Obviously, he wants to play for a new team, and I think we franchise tag him, right? I think that's the way we keep Andrews, and obviously we're not going to be able to do anything else in free agency, so we're going to just head straight to the draft because we're going to have literally no money to work with whatsoever. So, yeah, not a lot of money to work with. We're losing quite a bit of talent, but we'll take a look at the lineup before we head into the draft, and we're going to have to nail as many picks as possible in this draft. So our offensive line should still be good, which is good. Obviously, our running back situation is not as great with Derrick Henry gone. I don't even know who our running back will be. I mean, I guess you could play. I mean, Keaton Mitchell's a free agent too, so I don't know who we're gonna play at running back. We might have to draft a running back, which is not something I often do. But let's take a look. Let's just take a look at the lineup and see what we're working with. So, the lineup for year 3 right now, as we speak, is so Justice Hill would be our starting running back right now. Now, Kyron Lacey did go up enough. Offensive line is good. We kept Andrew. So, the right guard could be better, but we may not have the choice. Might just have to rock with it. We also could move Rosengard to right guard, and he could probably cover for that. But yeah, running back is clearly an issue. Wide receiver core is fine. Andrews keeping him was massive. So, oh gosh. So yeah, we do have a free safety to step up, but we do need outside pass rushers. We need D-line. Oh god, yeah, this is bad. Not great. All right, well, we'll jump in the draft and do what we can. So running back becomes the only thing I think we should be looking at in the draft. I mean, I guess we could just play Justice Hill, but it doesn't feel great, and I don't even know if there's a good running back in this draft. So we'll just take a look at it, and obviously we'll have a very late pick on top of everything else. So we'll go see what we can do, but it's pretty unfortunate with how little to no money we have to work with. So let's just go see what we can do. We can only do so much. So let's take a look at our picks on the board. So we do have Trevor Etienne, which might have to be the pick, but we have a free safety. We're obviously not going to take a safety. That's the least of our concerns right now. We do have like a D tackle and DJ Hicks down the board. We have, I don't know. Do we take Trevor Etienne with our first round pick? Does that feel good to do? I mean, we do need a running back. And that's a big part of our offense. So I do think I'm going to start here. We're going to take Trevor Etienne in the first round, late in the first round. I mean, losing Derrick Henry obviously really sucked. He's number 16 true value, drafting the 31, so can't be too mad about that selection. But now for me, the next couple picks are going to be all pass rush, all D-line. Like, that's all it's going to be. So hopefully we can nail some of these selections here. So round 2, 3, and 4 are going to be simply pass rushers. So we got Alex Safari. Let's see what linebackers we have on the board, if we have any at all. So we have Mark Flet, or that's a running back. LT Overton out of Alabama. We have a couple middle linebackers on the board. We have a D tackle down the board in Lee Hunter, but nothing too crazy. So I do think I'm going to start with LT Overton here out of Alabama. Will be our first pick to kind of replace what we have on the D line, I guess. So that will be an okay, not a great pick. Yeah, that pick absolutely just tanked. So not a great start. We're going to be going in with a weaker defense than we did last year, and our defense was pretty bad. So this is not a good situation to be in, but it is what it is. Our situation is gotten worse, and I think our chance to win the Super Bowl was, this last season. We just fell short of that goal. So we have Mr. Peterson out of Wisconsin. Going to have to be the pick here. So we're going to get ourselves Daryl Peterson. We'll see if he's any good. Number 207 true value. Yeah, not great. This is terrible. So we're going to have to just go with what the talent that we have and hope that it works out. We have Lamar still, so that's all you need at the end of the day. But yeah, offensive line will be okay. So at least we'll have that. Our rookie running back will be probably really good. And then we need a D tackle. So I'll probably just take Darrell Jackson. I mean, this is a 4th round pick, so not much you can really do. So all right. We'll see how that goes. Oh, God, dude. Just terrible. I was probably better off just letting the assistant GM draft here. Just a terrible draft. Holy moly. Let's just get to next season and hope we still make the playoffs. I think we will at the end of the day. We have Lamar Jackson, but our defense is going to be pretty bad if I had to guess. So offensively, things still look pretty good. We're obviously going to throw Trevor Etienne at the starting spot immediately, so that looks solid. But on the defense side of the football, it's not looking too good. We have Brandon Stevens, Marlon Humphrey, Nate Wiggins, Sanders, Isaac, Simpson, Roquan, Robinson, Kyle Hamilton. And then our D-line looks just so bad, dude. 64 overall, 62. Our D tackle spot is just horrendous, man. So at the end of the day, we'll see how it goes. Obviously, the goal is to still make the playoffs. We're going to need our offense to score a ton of points this season, I can tell. But hopefully, at the end of the day, we still end up finding a way there. We'll see if that ends up being the case. So at the end of the season, we still make the playoffs at 11-6. So that's good, and that's still good enough to win our division as well. So love that at the very least. Let's go take a look at the player stats. So offensively, second in the NFL. Assuming the other side of the ball was probably pretty bad, just based off the players we had. Actually, it was better than last year's, which is interesting. 27-4 for Lamar, 15 touchdowns, 760 yards. ETN, it looks like Justice Hill got the start. Looks like the Madden. I do have auto generate or auto reorder the depth chart because the auto generate or the you guys, that button's not working. I don't know why I can't even think of the name of it right now, but that's why it's auto reordering the depth chart for me, because that button wasn't working and it was really annoying me. You guys saw in the last previous videos if you've been watching. But 2.5 sacks from Matabuke. Isaac was 6, so despite our linebacker core with, Isaac and Robinson, they still gave us some sack production, so that's good at least. We do draw the Jets in round 1. Have no idea who their starting quarterback is, but I guess we'll find out once we jump in. Hopefully we can go on another run here, but we start from wildcard weekend rather than divisional compared to last year. So wildcard weekend against the New York Jets here. I have no idea who their starting quarterback is, but it's a Tennessee guy. All right, well, let's see if we can come out here. Oh, it's snowy as well. We get a stop on defense. That's good to see. So if our defense can play well in this game and our offense can score, but they can't so far, it's 3-0. Can we go score a touchdown? We do. 3-7. Massive. Another interception. So defense is playing well so far, but offense isn't taking advantage of the opportunities. It's 9-14. And now the Jets, I was about to say they could take the lead, and they're going to take the lead here, aren't they? And no, we're gonna stop them. I don't know what happened, but we're moving on to the next round. That's all that matters. So we win wildcard weekend in a snowy, ugly game, 9-14. Defense played well. Snow may have helped. We need our offense to be better going forward, but at least we're gonna make it out of wildcard weekend back to divisional round. And now we head to divisional weekend to play the Buffalo Bills. I've yet to play them in the video, so this will be interesting to see how this goes. I will say the lack of talent that we lost, or the talent that we lost in the offseason, the lack of talent we have does make me a little nervous as the further we get in the playoffs here. But defense gets another stop on the first drive, and we will. Nope, it's going to be 3-0 Buffalo. And it looked like we were driving downfield for a second, but it's still only 3-0. I mean, defense is playing well so far, but our offense has done nothing thus far, and they're still not scoring, dude. Oh my goodness. All we need is a touchdown. We could take a 4-point lead in this game, bro. Give me the opportunity to go take this lead real quick. Our offense is clearly playing amazing, or sorry, defense is clearly playing amazing right now. And our offense is doing nothing with that. So we got to try to make sure we change that right now. So I do like the press coverage they are in right now. Can we get something? I have Andrews. Andrews for a nice little first down. Oh my goodness, Andrews. Holy moly, does he get to the end zone? I don't know why I'm not getting tackled somehow. The defender didn't even try to tackle me, it felt like. Can we get a stop on defense again? No, they will take the lead. Can we go score? Can I give my offense some momentum? 14-10. The Bills will take the lead right back. Okay. Well, that was a massive touchdown we just had to Mark Andrews, but now we got to go repeat it. All we need is a field goal, though, in this situation. So let's see if we can get in field goal range. I feel like we can do that. Easy enough, right? Usually, I think. I'm going to go Zay for a nice first down to start this drive. Minute 45 left in the clock. We can keep the clock ticking. We don't need a rush here. I mean, we kind of do, but at the same time, we don't. So let's go. Ooh, Kyron Lacey is going to be open, right? Our defender gets over. All right, so let's see. Oh, Bateman had to go in motion anyway. So I'm going to go Bateman underneath just to gain some yards, and that is going to be complete. We do have 3 timeouts, so we have that going for us. Let's go angle sail. Might hit Andrews on the outside if I'm able to. I still have the scramble ability as well. Andrews will not be there unless I could have maybe thrown it late. Ooh, that's going to be a flag on them too. We'll take that. Going to be a unnecessary roughness. So we'll take that. And we'll be closer to field goal range. So absolutely going to accept that, bad boy. And now we just need a few plays. I mean, even if we go all the way to the end zone, it doesn't matter. We can dump this down to Justice Hill. Whatever. Oh, he's not even going to... Justice Hill, I thought he was going to get out of his break quicker than that. That was a terrible play. It's fine. I can recover from this. I got this. No worries. All right. So let's see. Justice Hill will get out of it quicker. And we're going to scramble, and it'll be 3rd and 18. You know what? Screw it. All I need is some play. All I need is one big play, and we get right back in field goal range. I'm not even worried. I'm not even worried about this right now. So let's just get back in field goal range. That's all that matters right now. I'm going to Andrews for the field goal range. That's going to be not first down, but that's going to get us in field goal range, which is what we want. And now it's going to be a 53-yard field goal for Justin Tucker to take the lead, and we can do just this. So 8 seconds left. We'll call our timeout with about 4 seconds. And Tucker is washed, so we are a little nervous for this one. And they're probably about to ice me, aren't they? I'm assuming. And that's going to make this field goal even harder. Oh my God. I'm not kicking this, dude. There's no way I'm making this. I'm super simming this, and you can sue me for it. If we lose on a super sim field goal, I don't care. There's no shot I would make that, dude. There's like vibration, and it's moving so quickly. I'm absolutely going to choke this. So we're going to... can we watch? Can we watch? I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to do this in time, but play full game. No, play all defense, and then did he make it? What happened, dude? What happened? Why did he miss that? I just don't understand. We have Justin freaking Tucker. Scoring summary, or can I look at the play-by-play view highlights? What the hell happened? He missed the field goal, of course. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.